We're back with volume 26 of the Space Battleship Yamato from Hachette Collections Japan. It's a 1/350th scale model from the anime series. I believe it's the newer anime series. This is from not the original parts, but I had to source them and found them, and I was able to start watching it some more. It is English dubbed, or well, it does have English subtitles, so you gotta watch. So it looks like we're going to be working again on the hull section again, probably putting in some fiber optics in each of these, because apparently there's a fiber optic in each one of these pieces so far. Just a running light, basically. Not too much to do in this issue. This here we're talking about the wave cannon again. And this specifically we're talking about the artillery section, where it is when this actually connects and fires. So when this gets charged up and fires, that's how that was working. This is more specs about it. And this guy here got a funny name. It's H-Man Dad. I don't know where they came up with that name, but that's what his name is, H-Man Dad. So, anyhow, this talks about him as the one of the captains and stuff, and different parts of his life, his personality and stuff. And then in this one here, we're talking about episode 5 yet again, which is the second part of it, and in the anime series. And looks like we're going to be working on the lower part of the hull, so we're just kind of continuing on with building the front section of the lower part of the ship. They're extending it out more and more, way beyond this almost. Sometimes it'll get there. So let's see what the parts are. And here is volume 26 parts. Let's get these out and see what we got. Alright, we've got at least one fiber optic piece of the hull for the this would be the left hand side of the ship, in our little bracket here that we need to put in, and this, so, and our famous stickers. So what we're going to do is bring back this piece here, because we're going to need this one right here on this side here. Let me bring it down just a little bit closer here. And right here we're going to take this, we're going to get this off from here first thing. This is what we're going to cut this off right here. We want to get them as close as we can to the edge of this without taking extra off. Last time we had to sand this one down, if you remember. Actually, not this one. It was actually the bigger one that we had to sand down. So we're going to take that. We've got that off. And now we're going to take this part here, taking this off here, and we're going to cut this using the older, non-expensive pieces of screw cutters to cut this, in case we actually are trying to cut the brass that's there. Cut that down so it's flush, and we're going to feed this through again, like so, through this hole here. Pull this all the way down so that the brass part of this goes to there. And then we're going to put this with the pin up, orientating the thing just like so in there. And then we're going to marry it to this piece where this little hole is right here. So we'll take this and we'll marry it like this so that we bring it in, course we have our screws here that are available. And we're going to get one of these here. Load it up. And we'll get a little bit of oil on there. Screw that in together there. And then we're going to take this piece here, and this time it doesn't have a tab like the other one did, but it does have a little bit of, you see right here, I can focus it, there is a little bit of a, well, right there, there's a little arrow pointing this direction, and there's an arrow on here, see right there, it's pointing that direction. So we want to put it so that they match each other like that. And then we're going to take another couple screws here. Well, and we're going to put it together there. And we shall put this one right there. And then, of course, these are things. We'll take our SL sticker here. Guess maybe SL stands for side light. I'm not sure. And we will put it right here. On this side here, and there we go. That's it for stage 26. We'll move on to the next stage in that, but we'll see you in the next video. If not, we'll see you in the next volume. Bye for now. Well, if you made it to the end of this video, thanks for watching. And remember, mental note, like and subscribe to be updated to all my content. And thanks for watching. Bye for now. See you later.